Thailand's Immigration Bureau has cancelled nearly 10,000 temporary stay permits.
In a week's time, I'm going to be homeless in Thailand.
You know, there's a work, pay bills, and die mentality. Out here, it doesn't even exist.
As soon as you get off the plane, you just feel like an energy.
Oh God, somebody's got an accident.
They call it the land of smiles, but is Thailand really the paradise foreigners imagine? Or is there another side that no one talks about?
I never thought that I'd be in this position, but literally homeless, nowhere to stay. I have to be out of my hotel room on the 31st, and I don't actually know where I'm going to stay. I might just come sleep on the beach. I might sleep in this little pissy smelling alcove here, which is clearly used for debaucherous activities such as substance intake and alcohol consumption. By the smell of it, it's not that deep, guys. It's just one day. I'm gonna have to find a little place.
Thailand has a reputation as paradise, the land of smiles, the world's #1 most visited city in 2024, with over 32 million international tourists in Bangkok alone. For many, calling it paradise or even deemed it the savior of the West. Every year, thousands of foreigners move here for a dream life, yet many struggle, and some even ending up broke or even homeless. But what's the hidden truth behind this beautiful country?
The worst floods in half a century claimed more than 800 lives.
Almost the entire province remains underwater. And
What the Thailand? Yo, this is crazy. Oh my God.
But after living in Thailand for 3 years, I've seen both sides. I've met foreigners living their best lives, and I've seen others completely lose themselves here. Some even ending up broke or even homeless.
The world wants to know, how did I end up homeless in Thailand?
In today's video, I will show you the top 10 mistakes most foreigners make in Thailand so you don't repeat them. Let's go. And to make this even more real, I'll be meeting up with local foreigners living here to share their personal experiences, the good, the bad, and the lessons.
So, Danny, I want to get in the topic of racism in Thailand, Asia. You know, a lot of times, especially us being from America, we're not used to the Thai or the Asian culture. What do you think a lot of the misconceptions with Europeans, Americans saying that Thailand is like, how would you describe the racism here in Thailand versus being in America?
Yeah, I don't really feel it, honestly. Like, okay, like, you might meet like an individual who has preference, right? Like, you know, there's different preferences, beauty standards. Every country pretty much has that. But in general, like Thai people are super accepting. I think it's because of their Buddhist culture. Like, they're kind of raised to accept many different types of people, many different types of, you know, orientation, dating, whatever. They're just a really accepting type of people. And, you know, this is coming from a person who lived in China. And even in China, I didn't feel much like overt racism. You know, these people are very friendly. Like, 99% of people that you meet in pretty much every country are going to be very friendly to you. It's just like the 1%, the negative people who, they get all the media attention.
That's dope, man. So would you feel like people are more accepting in Thailand versus America?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. Because it's hard to explain why, but in America, I feel like a lot of people are kind of judgmental, closed-minded. I felt like I definitely feel way more accepted. Yeah, you're going to get way more acceptance as a foreigner living in a foreign country than you will in America, because you're not held to the same standard. Like, they expect you to be different.
Yeah, and that's so true, because I feel the same way too. Even being here, like when I first, before I came here, I had a wrong idea about Thailand. I was like, oh, their face is racist, you know, like black people. What I realized that, you know, I could walk, you know, in Thailand on the street at 4 in the morning. I don't have to worry about a cop stopping me because I'm black or a cop shooting me down because they don't like the color of my skin. I can freely walk here knowing that I'm accepted by everybody, not because of my skin color, but because it's in their culture.
Yeah.
You know, so you're absolutely right, brother. Like, I've never felt, honestly, I've been to over 20 some countries all around Europe, all around Asia. I've never really seen a country that is as great as Thailand. And not just because it's a good food, it's affordable, it's everything, the infrastructure, the acceptance, the development, all these things that make Thailand such a great country.
Yeah, man. Like over here, I just feel very accepted. I don't feel like any pressure at all, really. Like all the stress I had in America is just completely gone here. So I just feel like my life is just overall way better overseas and in Thailand, especially.
So, mistake number 2: thinking Thailand is 100% healthy. On average, each Thai person consumes about 25 to 28 teaspoons of sugar per day. That's 4 to 5 times what the World Health Organization recommends, 6 teaspoons max. Right now, Thailand has over 6.3 million adults ages 20 to 79 living with diabetes. That's about 10% of the adult population. Obesity is rising fast. Around 40 to 47% of Thai adults are not considered overweight or obese. And amongst kids, obesity has jumped from 5.8% up to 15% in just 20 years, which is only 5% away from the national average behind USA and Europe. So yes, there are insanely healthy parts of living here. Fresh fruit, beaches, fitness culture, but Thailand's health problems are rising fast. So next time you go to the grocery store, you may want to check the back of the label. Mistake number 3: thinking Thailand is some wild, wild west where every corner has danger and every smile hides a scam. Now listen, I came here 3 years ago with all the warning signs in my head. Be careful, don't trust anyone. Watch your back or you're going to get robbed. But let me tell you a story. See, one night I came home dead tired. I left my door wide open and the key still in the lock. See, in the US, that's basically an invitation like, hey burglars, open house, come grab a free TV. Show you guys how safe Thailand is. And this is like, I'm literally not even playing. I just walked out to take the trash out. It's about 4 p.m. in the afternoon time. And my key was left inside my lock. Overnight, I came back at like 2 a.m. I opened my door, must have forgotten to take my key out the lock, and I literally left it. And guess what? I live literally right by the elevator. As soon as you get off the elevator, bam, this is my door. Just imagine this. This is a hallway. This is in my door the entire night, just like this. Just like this. Nobody came inside. Nobody tried to open me. Nothing at all. All night for 14 hours. This is the reason why I love living overseas. I mistakenly put my key in my lock by accident, left it overnight, and it's still here. It's crazy. Or that first time when I just relocated to Thailand 3 years ago, I went to the ATM in Bangkok just to take out some money. Nothing but a small thing, right? But in my rush, I had left my card in the ATM, jumped in the taxi, drove off for 20 minutes. So at this point, I'm panicking, I'm afraid. I'm like, oh Lord, my first day in Thailand, I am about to be flat broke. So without any hesitation, I decided to turn around and try my luck. Thank you so much. See, that's why I love Thai people. I left my car in the ATM and they kept it for me. I love you guys so much. Thank you. God. Man, in America, that card would have been on a shopping spree at Walmart, buying PlayStations and 80-inch TVs. You see, these aren't just lucky flukes. They taught me something, that Thailand is not as dangerous as people make it out to be. I remember the time where I would just go to a restaurant just to eat some great food, and I would just accidentally leave my wallet on the table. I'm just kind of clumsy like that, and I would just leave the restaurant, leave the mall. Now, don't get me wrong, Thailand is safe when it comes to crime, but the real danger, motorbikes. Accidents are everywhere. It's not uncommon to see a crash on the road daily, and Thailand consistently ranks among the top countries for traffic fatalities. So if you're riding, wear a helmet, drive safe, and don't think you're invincible. So is Thailand just a place where men come to sell the royal oats, an international farmers market for bad decisions? Or is it a little deeper than neon lights and beer towers? And to dig a little deeper, I met up with a local friend who's been traveling to Thailand for years. He actually lives in Bali. He's seen both sides of Southeast Asia, the party side and the real life side. And here's what he had to say.
All right. I want to say that the biggest misconception about Thailand is that it's not all about girls. Everybody thinks it's about girls and having sex and this, that, and the other. But there's so much to experience here from life and culture. So many things to see from the temples and, the local people, beautiful people, So it took me to explore myself to find out all of this. That was the first thing I thought. Massages, women. But then I said, wait a minute, man, there's so much here to see. So much more to experience here, man. Thailand is beautiful. Thailand is beautiful. Get your asses here. That's all I gotta say, man.
And he's right. For every party street in Bangkok, there are hundreds of hidden gems. Mountain hikes in Chiang Mai, diving in Phuket, ancient temples in Chiang Rai. Thailand is a lifestyle, not just a weekend out. So, while some foreigners come here chasing nightlife and cheap beer, the ones who stay long-term know Thailand's true beauty is found in its everyday life, not just its after hours. So tell me, what side of Thailand you think people overlook the most? Drop it in the comments. I want to hear your take.
Now, floods across Thailand in recent weeks have affected nearly 300,000 people.
You may want to bring your raincoats for this one. Mistake number 5. Believe in Thailand is always perfect weather. Sun, beaches, golden hour shots, zero clouds, paradise 24/7. But here's the truth. Thailand's weather can flip in a heartbeat. Monsoon season, flash floods. See, they're not just stories. In 2024, 37 provinces were devastated by floods between August and September. And nearly 300,000 people were affected in the north by flooding from Tropical Storm Reaper in July to August 2025. Homes, roads cut off, many displaced. Economically, the damage runs deep. Farmers lose crops, people lose homes, businesses shuts down. In 2024, the Thai Chamber of Commerce estimated flood damage over 242 billion Thai baht. To put that in simple tense, that's around $74 million. I'll never forget the night it hit me. See, I thought it was just a little rain. At first, I laughed. I'm like, it's just rain, it'll pass. But 5 minutes later, my street was a river. I had zero food, zero water. I didn't have anything. So I did what any local would do. I walked in the flood. At first, I thought I was Noah, but I'm like, you know what? I got to get some food. By the time I got back, my shoes were soaked, my feet were cold, and I realized I nearly drowned in my flip-flops. I hadn't checked the weather forecast. I didn't move my scooter to higher grounds. I just assumed tropical paradise meant nice rain. Big mistake. So yes, Thailand has paradise weather. Beaches, sunsets, sunrises, palm trees, swaying like TikTok videos. But it also has days where God turns on a fire hose, laughs, and says, do you actually think every day was perfect? If you move here, get a waterproof jacket, learn which months are flood season, never trust a calm sky too long, and always keep dry socks nearby. Is Thailand the land of freedom people think it is? If that is the case, then why are so many foreigners packing up, getting rejected at immigration, or even worse, banned from coming back? Over 1,000 foreigners were arrested in Phuket recently just for overstaying their visas. Between May 4th to May 13th, the Immigration Bureau caught 1,200 people living in Thailand with expired visas just in those 9 days. That's a 62% jump compared to previous
Thailand's
crackdowns.
immigration authorities are conducting their most aggressive crackdown on visa abuse in years, with nearly 10,000 student visa holders already facing permit revocations. From new digital monitoring systems to corruption investigations within immigration offices, these enforcement actions could significantly impact your legal status if you're not holding the appropriate visa for your stay in Thailand.
And student visas. This is the golden card that many foreigners use to stay long-term. See, if your program is short-term or non-degree, if your attendance is slack or the school isn't following the visa rules, your visa can instantly get revoked. Nearly 10,000 student visas got canceled recently under these conditions. And overstays don't just come with fines. If you overstay by 90 days or more, you could be banned from entering Thailand for 1 year. Longer overstays equal longer bans. And if you think that is crazy, there are stories where people are getting their bank accounts shut down. See, some foreigners who don't have the proper visa status are getting blocked from doing basic stuff. Renting, open up bank accounts, even renewing phones can get tricky. See, the easy life that influencers show usually ignore these parts. And that was me. Earlier this year, back in March, almost getting banned myself. I flew out of Thailand to visit family back in America. 30 hours of travel. I came back exhausted, ready to get off that plane, and they rejected me that same day. Imagine flying 30 hours to Thailand just to fly 30 hours back to Turkey.
I'm first in Turkey right now. This morning here after 11-hour flight. Then another 11 hours to go back to America. So total I flew already about 30-some hours. Got another 11 hours to go. I think about 50 hours I flew. They got deported. Word of advice, get your visas situated.
That's the ugly side of Thailand's freedom myth. When the rules shift and shift hard, people get stranded, literally. Some end up homeless because they can't renew, they can't find work, their visas are being canceled, or they can't return once flagged. And the worst mistake I've seen, people selling everything back home, packing up and moving to Thailand with little savings, no solid plan, and no steady income. You see, this may look great on Instagram, influencers showing off beaches, cheap food, and freedom. But the reality is that most foreigners end up stuck. Some even go homeless. Some come with kids thinking that they'll figure it all out, only to realize that they don't have enough money for a ticket back home.
The world wants to know, how did I end up homeless in Thailand?
It is sad and it's real. So if you're planning to move here, please, I urge you, make sure you have a steady job, a remote business, or reliable income before you come. Thailand can be very amazing, but it's not a safety net. And don't let influencers highlight real decide your future. So here's what you really need to know, not just what Instagram shows you. Always have the exact visa type you need: student, work, retirement, digital nomad. Know the category. Check if your program institution is legit and compliant with the new tracking system. Please, please, please don't overstay even by a few days. The fines, the bans, the risk of being rejected upon entry are real. Keep copies of your paperwork. Keep proof of enrollment or work. Always have something to show. And when in doubt, consult the immigration, the embassy, or visa expert before you travel, not after. Because Thailand can be freedom, but it's not free. Not every border is open. Not every stay is simple. So tell me, have you ever had a visa surprise, or were you one of those who thought you had it all figured out, only to be slapped with a problem out of nowhere? Drop it in the comments. Let's compare war stories so no one else goes through this mess. When you think of Thailand, do you picture a poor country with cheap noodles and backpackers? Or do you realize that this place has penthouses, private villas, and some of the best hotels in the world? Let's talk about one of the biggest myths foreigners get wrong about Thailand. Mistake number 7, thinking that Thailand is poor. Luxury tourism in Thailand is booming. Bangkok, Phuket, Krabi, Khao Samui. These spots are pulling in high-spending visitors who expect resort-level service but pay in Thailand prices. For example, just this year, Bangkok's Kapala Bangkok was ranked the number 1 in the world's best 50 hotels in 2024. Rooftop pools, private butlers, riverside suites, top-tier luxury. Rent examples: a nice condo or apartment in downtown Bangkok might run you around 15,000 to 25,000 baht per month. That's about $400 to $700 for a 1-bedroom. Luxury villas, big penthouses, private pools cost more, but still way cheaper than the equivalent in Western capitals. I even got me a penthouse for $300 a month. Pool, gym, sauna, yoga studio, restaurant in the building, amenities that in many US cities will cost thousands. And what's so great about Thailand is many apartments that you rent here come 100% furnished. Bed, couches, flat screen TV with a pool, a sauna, the whole 9. Compare cost of living versus the US. One person in Thailand, food, rent, transport averages about $800 to $900 a month, depending on where you live. While in many US cities, people are dropping $2,500 to $3,000 easily. So tell me, what is the nicest place you stayed in Thailand that blew your mind but didn't blow your wallet? Drop in the comments. I want to see what luxury deals surprised you the most. Now, I actually made a video before showing how I lived like the king in Thailand for under $1,000 a month. And yes, that is still true. Thailand is cheaper than the States in a lot of ways. But here's the mistake. People come here thinking that everything is cheap, and that's when reality smacks them in the face. Sure, your rent might be $300 for a penthouse with a pool, gym, sauna, and even a yoga studio, you name it. But then you walk into a steakhouse and you realize a ribeye can cost more than back home. Same with imported goods, American cereal, cheese, peanut butter, M&Ms, you name it. Anything imported gets slapped with heavy taxes. And trust me, you're going to feel it in your wallet. And here's the sneaky part. See, because things feel so cheap compared to back home, you actually end up spending more than you thought. Street food here, a massage there, weekend trips to Philippines, rooftop cocktails, it all adds up, and it adds up quick. And let's not forget about the exchange rate. See, the US dollar has been dropping against the Thai baht in recent years, meaning your money doesn't stretch as far as it did a few years ago. When I moved here in 2022, one US dollar got me about 34 to 35 baht. Now, sometimes it gets me just 32 baht. See, that drop might not sound like much until you realize every steak, imported cereal box, premium coffee gets priced as if your dollar is still strong. And inflation, it hit over 6% in 2022. So with simple math, in 2022, $1,000 got me 35,000 Thai baht. Now in 2025, $1,000 got me 32,000 Thai baht. That's a $3,000 baht loss. That's equivalent to 100 US dollars that it lost in the last 3 years. And with the rise of the social media influencers, Thailand has become extremely popular, especially post-COVID. See, back in 2022 when I first moved here, it wasn't that popular. But see, with the rise of TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram have super surge demand. Every week you see some influencer posting a reel about $1 street food, $300 penthouses, or villas that are dirt cheap. What happens next? Millions of people see it, book flights, and flood the same neighborhoods, hotels, and cafes. And when demand goes up, so do prices. A hotel that used to cost $60 now costs $150. Beach resorts, rooftop bars, co-working cafes, even street food in tourist areas, all creeping higher because of the international spotlight. It's called an Instagram effect. You see, places that were once local secrets get turned into viral hotspots. Businesses know foreigners are coming, so they just adjust the price. And honestly, can you blame them? So yes, Thailand can be affordable, but it's not this magical land where everything's particularly free. See, you need to budget smart or you will burn through your money faster than you think. Mistake number 9, thinking open up a business in Thailand here is easy. See, if you're a foreigner, you just can't start your dream company and own it 100%. Reality check. Under Thailand's Foreign Business Act, in most industries, you can only own 49% of the company. The other 51% has to be Thai. And no, you just can't hand shares to a Thai friend as a nominee. That's illegal. And they started cracking down extremely hard. You can get hit with million baht fines, the company shut down, and even prison time. Now, is it impossible? Not exactly. See, if you qualify for BOI promotion, things like tech, manufacturing, certain startups, you can actually own up to 100%, get tax breaks, and even buy land. But trust me, BOI isn't handing out approvals like candy. You need capital, a real plan, Thai employees, and paperwork for days. Now, let's talk about something everybody dreams of, owning property in the land of smiles. You've seen the influencers with their beachfront villas and penthouses, right? But here's the truth. Condos, good news. You can buy a condo outright in your name as long as it's no more than 49% of the building is foreign owned. So yeah, you can have your own little slice of paradise, your balcony, your pool. It's yours. You see, the Thai government is even talking about loosening the rules for foreign startups in the future. But as of right now, if you want a coffee shop, a bar, or even a hotel, forget about 100% foreign ownership. So yeah, open up a business in Thailand is possible, but it's not the easy, tropical, be your own boss fantasy that influencers sell you. If you come here unprepared, thinking it's simple, the only business you end up running is the business of packing your bags to go back home. Houses and land, not so fast. See, foreigners generally can't own land in Thailand. That means if you dream of buying a villa with a garden and a backyard full of palm trees, you're going to need a long-term lease, a Thai business setup, or a Thai partner. Some exceptions exist if your business is BOI promoted, but that's rare for most expats. See, most foreigners end up renting luxury villas or houses, and honestly, it's not that bad. You get the lifestyle without all the headaches, but don't think you can just show up and buy a plot of land like in the States. Thailand plays by different rules.
So remember, condos you can own, land you generally can't, and houses usually rented. Dream big, but know the rules before you pack your bags. Now let's clear up a big misconception. Thailand isn't just about Buddhism, it's a vibrant country of cultures and beliefs, all living side by side in harmony. Yes, while Thailand is predominantly Buddhist, around 92% of the population practices Buddhism, but that leaves a beautiful 7.5% of the population practicing other faiths such as Islam, Christianity, and even Judaism. And in places like northern Thailand, particularly in areas like Chomotong and Manhang Son, Christians are a significant part of the community. In fact, in some tribal districts, Christians can make up 16% of the population. In fact, I attend a local Christian church myself, and it's been an amazing part of my life here. From tribal districts to big cities, people all of faith live side by side with respect and kindness. So if you're planning to move to Thailand, don't worry about fitting into a single mode. Whether you're Christian, Muslim, Jewish, or follow another faith, you'll find a welcoming community here. Thailand's strength lies in its diversity and the respect its people have for each other's beliefs. Remember, Thailand isn't just all about temples and monks. It's about people, kind, open-hearted, and accepting people. And that's what makes it truly special. One of the most heartwarming examples of this coexistence is in the Thai Ray, a village in northeastern Thailand, founded in the 19th century by French missionaries. Thai Ray is home to the largest Catholic community in Thailand, and every year they celebrate Christmas with a unique tradition. The Star Parade is a beautiful display of faith and community spirit, with over 200 starlit processions lighting up the night sky on Christmas Eve. So despite all the bureaucracies, floods, rising costs, and visa headaches, Thailand still has something most countries can't touch. The people are warm, the culture is rich, and the lifestyle is unique. You can experience luxury on a budget, explore untouched islands, and find communities that welcome you like family. Thailand isn't perfect, but it's perfect for me. Even the tough days, the rainstorms, the paperwork, the long waits, they still feel magical compared to the best days back home. So if you're thinking about moving or visiting, just go into it with your eyes open, respect the rules, and embrace the culture. Because even your worst day in Thailand is still better than your best day in most countries. And that's why I keep coming back, living here and loving every single moment. And you should too.